It's a really nice look. It's a fun look. You are going live. Okay. Well, hi. I know it always takes a while for people to join in. I got my notes. Okay. Notes ready. I always do these unannounced. I should probably tell people I'm going to go live before I go live. That might be helpful. I don't really know. I don't know what's helpful and what people. If I posted on Instagram when I was going live, would I really get more people to pay attention to my lives and whatever? But here we are, doing it anyway. Okay. I'm not sure which one of these things I want to talk about first. I guess first we can talk about my lips. I did not use lip liner today. Normally I use lip liner. I used to just do my lips with just lipstick, and I felt like I got pretty good at it about filling my lips out with just the smudgy lipstick. So there's no lip liner. This would super smudge. If I kissed something, it would be way stuck on there. So I don't know how this looks today. I hope it looks all right. I know it looks a little different. Usually I have more of a point. So hi everyone. Hi everyone that's joining. Jasmine and Matthew and Catherine and Ellie, and yeah, that's it. There's just the few of you. Put my mouse in front of me. I got everything like a little bit set up more in a way that I like it. I think this is nice. This is fun. I can lean back like, hey, how's it going, everybody? Let me talk about the subjects of the day, which are several things. In the news today, there is a report of a lot of people that are swallowing peanuts whole. They think if you swallow peanuts whole, that I have no idea where I'm going with this. I'm just imagine if I was like a real news reporter. How's the shadow too? Look at this lighting. This is fun. This is fun lighting. Kind of like in the corner here. I don't have my dry erase marker, but I have my dry erase board in case I get bored. This can confuse the camera. It'll like re-white balance. Yeah, there it goes. If I put a piece of paper on my lips, it would stay. Probably. It is really smudgy. It's really messy. I like it messy though because it's just fun. Like it's just stuff happens. I keep looking at myself. It's that obvious. I'm like looking at the monitor. I'm supposed to be looking at the camera. Going, hello everybody. But I can't help but look at myself. And also that's where chat is. It's like right over there. I feel like maybe it's a bit better than like when I would turn my head. So when I'm saying something, I'll be able to just talk right to the camera. It's like I'm talking right to you. That's right, you specifically, you. No, not everyone else in chat. You, I'm talking to you. Just you. It's just you and me and everyone watching, but it's okay. Will you marry me? All right. First of all, hi Nazar. Saying hi a lot. You don't need to spam it. Rachel Ryan, is that who just asked me for marriage? You should probably do a little bit more than just say it in chat if you really are serious. I've had a few people ask me to marry them, and I need a little bit more than just. Do I look cross-eyed when I do this? Okay. I am nobody's. I am not spoken for. I am single. I've been single for the whole summer. I have an article coming out in a couple weeks on ghosting. I wrote an article about that. So I have an article coming out tomorrow, a new article. Do you guys read my articles? I'm a columnist. I write a column. It's in a newspaper. It's also online for Artist Courier in Petaluma. It's in Sonoma County because I'm a writer. So I have a new one coming out. What would be really cool is to see those spread a little bit more. There's a little problem with social media algorithms. I put a link everywhere. Like I'll put it on Facebook, I'll put it on Instagram, Twitter, every place. I guess I don't put them on YouTube. I could put my articles on YouTube. Would be great if you guys like shared them a little bit more, just because I'm wondering how much they're penetrating. So that'd be cool. So that's tomorrow with that new article, which is a different kind of article than I've written before. I wrote it more like a journalist. Like I did some research, and then there's like information, and I kind of joke about things still because I'm not a journalist. So that'll be fun. I did some research for an article I'm not going to write, but I'll talk about it. Did you all see the picture of the hand? Well, however it looked. Like it was a hand, and it was painted black that I posted. It's a really large marble hand outside the mall in Santa Rosa where I live, and someone had covered it in black paint. That hand has been there for, I don't know, 25 years, something like that. It's been there a while. It's an art installation. So I have thoughts and feelings about art installations as it is, because they're not the same kind of art as something, someone liked and decided to bring home. It's something that was picked to be safe to put out in public because it's not offensive. So it was very intentional to have it be just a hand, because everybody has a hand. Well, most people. But that was sort of the point. It was supposed to be connected to agriculture, etc. I contacted the artist, the sculptor, the artist. I mean, you get to such large scale work, it's barely art, it's more architecture. But there is detail, and I don't want to diminish their ability to create that stuff too much. But at the same time, I do want to diminish it because I want people to remember and realize it is just a giant hand. It's made of marble. This is not the same as a really intricate toothpick sculpture or something. It's very different. It's meant to last. If the mall went out of business, it would be a huge problem for them to have to get rid of that hand. They'd probably want to keep it. Someone might just buy it for the materials of marble. So, but I contacted the artist, and we had a little back and forth about the issue of vandalism and such. We were not on the same page, so we didn't really get a real interview going. They felt hurt. They felt that, or that's kind of what they said, that anytime anything is damaged, it is hurtful. I tried to push them on, is this damaged? They actually didn't confirm with me that it's damaged. So they said this whole thing about how, like, oh, if you damage someone's art, that hurts. Which I get it, yes. But then I wanted to ask, like, is this damaged? Is it repairable? Is it, well, what are we looking at? And they completely dismissed that notion. It's like, well, that's not my responsibility. It's been damaged before, like actually chipped. Part of it's been chipped off. It being painted black and it's already peeling, I don't feel like that's really damaged. You can power wash that thing. You can clean it off. I don't know what paint was used, and I tried to ask them about that. Like, look, I've used paint before. I'm an artist. I've never used marble before, and it's not something I've ever worked in. So if I could find out what paint it is, maybe I could find out if this marble sculpture is going to suffer permanent damage. Because I do know bird feces, pigeons, the acid in that over time, that does damage marble. You have to, recoat that sometimes and keep birds away from it and off of it. And luckily that's a hand that's on the ground, so people actually scare birds away from it all the time. But again, he didn't really answer the issue. He avoided it. So that was kind of a waste of my time. I mean, maybe a waste of his time. He's doing interviews with other people. So I decided not to pursue him because other people contacted him. Also, just generally, he wasn't really answering my questions anyway. He was just kind of telling me how he felt and the information that he wanted to give, not the information I was looking for. It Oops, rocket camera. I mean, if you work in marble, I would think you would know some of these things, but maybe not. Maybe really he doesn't, and that's what I'm thinking. Like, he just finishes these things and hands them off. I'm like, well, that's it. They're out of my hands now. It's your responsibility, your issue. He did say he felt some bored white guy, young white guy, probably did it. I wonder, like, do you think I did it? That's not what you're trying to say. He might think I did it, which is fine. I know I didn't, and no one will accuse me because I was nowhere near the incident. But that's that. I won't be. That's not an article I'll be writing. I just kind of wanted to talk about that a little bit there because it kind of didn't go anywhere. Talking with that artist, he just mostly is old, and I don't think he saw the opportunity to really talk about the issue and talk about art in general and expression. And I already wrote an article about this, about vandalizing statues. And while it's not a statue, it's just a hand, I still stand in favor of things transforming and changing. So yeah, there was some black on a hand. It doesn't mean it was permanent. But what if we let it last a little longer? What if we as a community went, we're okay with this right now, but we're such a divided community that we can't even really respect art in the way that it's alive in public. Like, if you want your own art piece, you got to become a big known marble sculptor. Like, no, that's so awful to say to a local artist, which I don't know that the person that did this is a local artist, but they are now. I don't care whether they draw or paint or if they never do anything. They are now a local artist because that was a huge display of expressionism, and to get emotional responses from people, the variety of them, which is mostly what I wanted to talk about. I didn't want to talk about how it made me feel or how does it make you feel. It's the matter of the fact is it's making you feel. It's whether you're upset about it, whether you agree with it. It is very eye-catching and very much something that gets reactions out of people more so than other things. So that's that point. Moving on to the second point. Make sure I'm not ignoring you guys in chat. You talking about McDonald's or something? Matthew's an artist. Okay. I don't speak enough Spanish to know everything you just said there. Yeah, speaking of being an artist and money, I put it out there that my stand-up is available. It's on my Patreon, so all my Patreon supporters can see my stand-up. It's a 20-minute clip, and I've performed various lengths of time on stage, but this 20-minute clip I feel is pretty solid, and no one took me up on it. Nobody. I was like, hey, if you want to Venmo me, you want to see this 20-minute stand-up clip, it's available. You can watch it. Even $1, $5, might that be cool. People paid more money to see me in person live. I'm like, this is what it is. It's a live performance in front of a full audience, so you get to hear the reactions and everything. And people are asking in chat, will you reveal your face with no makeup? You can also see that on my Patreon or Venmo me and request the link, and I'll give that to you. My makeup tutorial, I have no makeup on at the beginning because I put the makeup on. A few people did ask me about the makeup tutorial, but I was really shocked that I am a stand-up comedian. None of you want to see my stand-up. Like, okay. Should I even do stand-up anymore? Like, there was zero demand for my stand-up comedy. So that's cool. The link, I give you the link. You got to Venmo me and I'll send you the link. Oh yeah, you're a Patreon supporter, right? Yeah, so you saw the stand-up. I was really surprised though that nobody, I'm like, wow, does it even matter if I do stand-up comedy or that I ever did stand-up comedy? I'm like, no one wants to watch. Like, I'm like, all these followers and everything I have, nobody wants to watch it. Like, okay. So who cares, right? Like, I'm just a pretty face, I guess is all it is. So just like my makeup. So that's cool. I don't know what to do about that. That sucks. It's like, it's not just you guys in chat. Because I know a few of you are like, oh, well, I would do it. I'm like, well, that's literally everybody. Because nobody wanted to see my stand-up comedy. Nobody. Like, the video was getting shared. I had it on Facebook, Instagram, stuff. Like, people were liking it. They're commenting on it. Like, yeah, yes. 0 people wanted to see my stand-up. No one like messaged me about it and was like, hey, like how much? Or like I said in the video, like $1, $5. No, like wouldn't care. So I don't know. That's a really not great feeling. Because that's what I do, and I'm like, I don't need to do it apparently. I mean, I don't do stand-up anymore, really. I mean, I have a gig like in a week. I try to space my gigs out. So the, you know, virus distancing stuff, like off chance. But yeah, it's I don't know. I see all these other comedians, you know, they're getting their stuff out there. I don't know if they're selling it. I don't know if anyone's getting their, you know, interested in their stuff. But I know no one's interested in mine, and that super sucks. I know my Patreon supporters were happy to see it. I don't have very many Patreon supporters, but that was like that's part of being a Patreon supporter for them is they just get that stuff. Like it wasn't like they're like, we want to see your stand-up video. It's like, well, you're a supporter, so here you go. Here's what you get for being a supporter. But I'm not gonna make someone be a Patreon supporter. You can just do the one-time thing and you get the link and you have it. Like $1. It costs more. The people that saw me live paid more than that, and they enjoyed it. And I don't know what to do. I'm really like, I'm at a loss. Like, did I not promote it enough? Did I not post it everywhere? So how you get it is you Venmo me. You have to message me on anything. If you talk to me on anything, I would get back to you like, hey, I want to see it. Right now is not the time to do that because I'm not at the computer to reply. But I made this video, which if you know, it's on my YouTube, it's on everything. So I don't know, like. I'm connected to people all over the world. No one in the world, not a single soul saw it and was like, I want to watch this video. Here's $1. Like that's all I was asking for was like, you know, more obviously cool because like I'm a struggling artist. Like I'm not performing anywhere right now. I don't have any gigs, and I know everyone's struggling right now. So it's like it sucks to be like, hey, I'm struggling, and so are you. Can you help me out? Like, but this is what I want to do. Literally nobody, and I think it's been what 2-3 days. So I'm blown away. I'm just like, I can't even like say to myself like, well, I needed a better clip, or like I didn't entice people enough. Like I don't know. I feel like people have been following me long enough. How about post it one time and see the outcome? If they like it, they will come back. What? They've seen me. Like, wait. Like just about everybody who follows me has seen like at least a few minutes of my stand-up comedy. So I don't even know how, like, if you, it's not like I'm a no, I don't, okay, I'm gonna ignore that person because that person is retarded. But anyway. Yeah, again, I mean, you can go to my website and there's a message thing there. You can message me about the clip. Like, I'm very accessible. I feel like I reply to just about everything. Because you can message me on Twitter, you can message me on Instagram, you can, I don't know if you can message people on YouTube, but I tend to reply to questions and actual inquiries. And then I have Facebook and, yeah, my own website, my email. I have a phone number that's out there that people find sometimes, and I get called, and some people should just leave a message. But anyway, I'm accessible. So it's not like people weren't able to ask me about the details and be like, hey, I can't find the link or anything. They just didn't care. I had the links for the Venmo and the Patreon. It's on YouTube. It was on Facebook. I don't know if I had the links on Instagram, but even still, I know this sounds like really bitter and sad, like, oh, don't, like, people really like you. I'm like, but they don't like what I do. They don't care what I do. So do they even really like me? Like, all these people say they want to support my stand-up comedy. I go through this thing a lot on Facebook where it happens to me just about once a week. When someone will say, like, you're not even that funny. People just felt sorry for you, or I just wanted to support you because you're from Santa Rosa, and all this stuff. Where it's like they don't even actually like my stand-up. It's all these other reasons that they were like they wanted to be like friends with me. It's like, you don't really want to be friends with me if you want to say all lives matter and stuff like that. Like, what about this makes you think I'm an all lives matter person? Like, clearly, I mean, this is a choice. This is why I hate when people would say blue lives matter, like goth lives matter. Like, I chose to be goth. So all the discrimination and stuff that comes towards it, like, that's my choice. That's why I cannot understand why someone would be an all lives matter person and then also like me. Like, we don't fit into the same category. So yeah, I know everyone barely has money. So like, I don't even know. No one can afford. I hate that. I answer the phone. Is that you guys hear that phone? Like, it's not my phone. Phone always rings here. I'm reading through chat now. I'm beautiful, yeah. I'm beautiful. I should just do an OnlyFans thing. I should just switch to making softcore cute videos. Hi, everybody. So I don't know. I don't know how to feel. Like, I don't know how to. If my fans don't want to watch my stand-up, then why am I going to do stand-up anymore? People keep saying, like, oh, don't quit and everything like that. Like, well, here it is. Like, so many people are interested in it. But whatever. Yeah, you guys all keep saying you want to watch it, like, but I can't just give it away. Like, I will never. I'm going to go away completely if I have to give away my stand-up. I don't know if you realize that. If I'm just giving it away for free, I'm absolutely quitting. Like, I can't do this for free. I can't. I'm gone. I'm done. And no one wants to pay for it. I'm like, well, then I'm realizing, I'm like, I am gone and done because I have to give it away. So if I quit, don't worry, I'll quit and I'll post it all online and then no one will watch it because no one seems to care. I mean, I won't be performing live for a while. I can tell. Like, that's just not happening. Americans are too stupid. I don't even know if I want to perform in America. I think I'd rather perform in Europe where they're a little bit smarter. They might get my humor, and also they get protecting people from, viruses and stuff like that. Okay, I don't want to dwell on the failure that was trying to make money off my stand-up. I mean, that's like my life journey, and I can dwell on that later. I can dwell on that for another, hour. So let's talk about America's Got Talent. Anybody watch America's Got Talent last night? Did we watch the 15 years, 15 most viral acts countdown? I was not on it. If you're like, oh, didn't you go viral? I did go viral. It was most viral. I was the most viral stand-up comedian from America's Got Talent. I think I still hold that title. There may or may not be a more viral comedian. I think there is for other countries, but also comedians get way less views and attention than other people. So like I'm at like 50 million plus views or something like that. I don't know. They were at like 100 million for like 15 on. So I was not high enough in the viral count, which is fine. It's like, it's not up to me. It's just the numbers, blah, blah, blah. It would be nice to just be right. Like, hey, well, here's some other like mentions, like really low level. Here's the other, but no, they picked 15 years, 15x. They probably could have figured another way to do it. I don't know. I think I do want to try to get on another Got Talent show. I think I'm going to try to look into pushing for my appearance on something else like Britain's Got Talent. I don't know if I want to try to be on America's Got Talent again. I really don't know. I don't know that they'd have me. However, that brings me to another point I wanted to talk about. They do have Alex Hooper back. Alex Hooper and I were both on at the same time, and he is back on. I don't know how he got there. I can probably ask him, talk to him about the situation on that. But I did want to talk about Alex Hooper a little bit. If you didn't ever see Alex Hooper's set from season 13, it's really good. It's really, really great. I really appreciated it. I was actually backstage for Alex Hooper's set because the way they do the show, there's always people that need like music or like more setup or more strike. And comedians, you can just hand them a microphone and they walk out on stage and they tell jokes. Like they're just supposed to be good to go all the time, 100% of the time. So I was backstage a lot because they just wanted me ready. And Alex was backstage a lot too. So at one point they threw him out there and they put him on stage. Before it's like 1 minute I'm talking to him, next minute I'm talking to someone else, and then he's out on stage. So his set was really great, and I'm really glad that he's getting a second chance to go out on America's Got Talent. He's doing season 15. He's going to the live shows. I think it sucks that he had to do a whole no audience audition, but that's the way it starts. Is I did a no audience audition for Not TV in San Jose. I'm sure he might have done one at some point too. But he deserves it based on the set he did in season 13. And I just keep thinking like, well, do I get a second chance? Like, where's my second chance? He's really like posting and grinding on social media right now. If you see him like on everything, he's really trying to just keep his comedy and everything he's doing promoted and going. So if you see him, like, check him out on Instagram or something. For sure, tell him, hey, Oliver sent me. Like, do you know Oliver Graves? Tell him. He might enjoy that. I don't know. I don't care either way. I think he's a great guy. I think he's really funny. So check out Alex Hooper. I think at some point I need to like tell that whole story because Alex Hooper's story on that stage is very important to my story. That's a big, long thing. I don't know if I'm ready to film that right now. I would want that filmed and kept. I guess this would be kept if I talked about it here. But just the fact that it didn't seem to like comedy and the night was going longer and longer and just, I didn't think I was going to do all, like, I thought he was doing really well. But anyway, that's a whole thing. I don't know if I want to get into more stand-up comedy stuff because none of you seem to care about anything related to stand-up comedy. So let's talk about other stuff. What do you guys want to talk about? I guess this is one more thing with stand-up comedy. Some of you on my Discord server probably saw this. There was I got a message. I got someone tagged me in something that a comedian. I'm gonna sneeze. Hold on. Okay, a comedian in Nepal, I think. Nepali comedy. They said someone tagged me and said this person on Nepali comedy TV competition. I was tagged. They said, "Hey, they stole you. They took your style. They stole from you." And I have no idea what they're saying because they don't speak English. They're speaking, I think, in Nepali. I didn't really want this out there. I didn't want to like blast on social media because I have no idea if this guy actually stole anything from me. I mean, he's got like the hair very similar to me, and at certain points he's just very stone face, very But I have no idea what jokes he's saying. If he does a joke that I did, then yes, he stole from me, which I don't know. I'm not fluent in his language. So I might try to get help translating that, but I don't know if I want to bring attention to it. I tried to contact him, but I don't think he really uses Twitter. I tried because he has a Twitter. But I have a feeling that maybe, yeah, he did see me because the thing went pretty viral, and that he was emulating or mimicking me to a degree. So that was interesting. So there's someone in Nepal who does the style, like again, it's like he does that. He does this straight up this look. But again, we don't know the jokes, so if he does one of my jokes, then like for sure. But I don't think he speaks English, so I don't think he would know to steal a joke. There's someone in Poland who did a set of mine. People on my Patreon can see that. I might re-upload that video because there's an actor. So it's kind of crazy to hear the international thing of like people all over kind of pulling for me. Oh, what's this say? What do you think about the whole Epstein thing? Do you think everyone else sees what the government is covering up? The Epstein thing, I don't know that the government is covering it up. You have to realize there's multiple governments. That guy was connected to a lot of things. That's he also was on suicide watch at one point. People say, oh, he didn't kill himself, maybe he was murdered. Okay, look, I don't know, but I do know something failed somewhere, and it's too suspicious to have that happen. That there's no video record. That's like a big whoa. But when you are on suicide watch, which he was supposed to be at the time, you're supposed to be wearing what's called a pickle suit. Pickle suit is short sleeves, and it goes over you, and it's very short shorts, and it's kind of a one-piece thing that kind of velcros on, and it's really hard to rip. Like, it's tough material, and it just kind of is meant to be just closed to keep you a little bit warmer. You could take it off if you got hot, but the idea being you can't rip that material and do anything with it. He was not wearing one of those. Why not? So if he wanted to kill himself, someone gave him the opportunity by, I believe he was wearing a regular orange jumpsuit. So that's the thing, is like, this is a sleeve. It's very stretchy and stuff. You could use it to choke yourself and just keep it going, because killing yourself is actually a little difficult. Believe it or not, starve yourself, whatever. So my understanding is he choked himself with his jumpsuit, which he shouldn't have been able to do. He shouldn't have had he should have had a pickle suit. So do I think he was murdered? Do I think he killed himself? It's kind of where we need to start with that before we get into the cover-up. I don't actually know. I would lean towards, yeah, maybe he actually did kill himself, but it still raises further questions of why wasn't he on proper suicide watch, and why wasn't there a video record of it? Like, there's supposed to be this surveillance, and there's supposed to be guards. There's supposed to be all these checks in place that were not in place. So he wasn't wearing the right suit. There wasn't a guard actually on duty, like watching him, and there isn't video evidence. So that's a lot of things to have happen. Like, I don't like to fulfill conspiracy theorists, but he did have a lot of connections to people, and the information and stuff that he had, yeah, I would say maybe he was worried that something else could happen to him. That's why he wanted to kill himself too, is another thing. It's like, oh no, if they get me, what they'll do to me. I don't know that the government's covering it up. Maybe they are. I don't know who bribed or pulled the trigger on that. He's gone. Some of you are saying I'm not working. What is the live not working? Or are people having trouble working it? Yeah, there's millions. I mean, Epstein's pretty bad because of the organization that he supposedly did, the connections he did. The sound is behind. Buffers here and there. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, the Clintons, the Trumps, a lot of people are connected to Epstein. Like the royal family. It doesn't look good for any of those people. And a lot of those people are really rich. Imagine you're a warden at a prison. Seems like an easy way to make some money. Just turn a blind eye. Just let him do it. Just let him kill himself. I don't know that he was murdered. I mean, that's a lot. That's huge. Then you're saying a guard not only had to walk away, but a guard had to not catch someone murdering him. So that's a lot more to get away with. But just to make a guard busy, hey guard, here's a milkshake. Just chill out in this break room. Can you cosplay as me? I don't know. That's not you can that's up to you. I don't care. Cosplay doesn't need permission. You just cosplay as me. Do it right though. Don't do it wrong. The guy in Poland who dressed up as me did it wrong. I was a little mad about that. Like he didn't wear the right thing over himself. It was just like this raggedy red thing. Oliver, if you can see chat, read you. How many people are having problems with my live stream right now? I'll wait. I will wait, chat, while we sort this out. I mean, is it a me issue or is it like an all of you issue? Because that's where I don't know that I'm gonna redo it anyway. Like I feel like I've gone on for almost 40 minutes, and I'll just end. And we don't need to continue the live anymore. Yeah, I don't understand why it would be having issues. It's a weird thing to have happen right now. It's like in the middle of the day. The sound is a bit behind. Yeah, I don't know. Works for me, fine for me. A lot of you are telling me it's like minor. Look, if you're watching on your phone, I'm not doing this from my phone. I do this from a landline. Well, as in hardline internet, not telephone line. It's cable internet. Okay. Yeah, it's probably a personal thing. You need to get it's you. Keep dropping my pen. I like playing with my pen. I don't think I have anything else I wanted to go over anyway. So I was like looking at chat if you guys have anything interesting to say. Which you don't, because you're kind of boring, let's be honest. None of you have anything like if you had something interesting to say, you'd have your own live stream going and you'd be talking about all your stuff in there. Oliver, would you like to see photos from when you were a child? What? Oh, Oliver, I would like to see photos. Oh, no, you're not going to see photos of me from when I was a child. I don't know if I have any. New SpongeBob anime? I'm not. That's not something I'm keeping up with. I don't really care for SpongeBob. Don't know if that's like a big surprise to any of you. SpongeBob was never like my thing. I've watched it here and there, but mostly I'm like, who cares? SpongeBob. So. Normal is an illusion, okay? Yeah. I am trying to stay safe. I'm playing with this thing right now. This feels like the perfect thing to hide drugs in and then like up your butt. It's like a gashapon thing. My friend got it from Japan. It had like a toy inside. So it's like you opened it up, there's a thing, whatever, toy came out. I'm like, oh man, you could totally like fill this with drugs. It's really smooth, like lube it up and like stick it right up your butt. And like then you're like sneaking drugs somewhere. I don't know why I keep playing with it. Hasn't been up anyone's butt. I'm a good actor? Okay. I don't think you guys are saying anything too interesting. I mean, that's what happens when we get to the end of these streams. I went over my notes, which is good. I like to go over I like to have something to talk about. The Lonely Live, I think this is number 3. I was actually a little worried when I was numbering this that I was numbering it wrong. I didn't look. I'm like, am I on number 2 or 3 or what? That was no good. And I was like, oh, I think it's number 3, Lonely Live, because we're alone and I need to go live more often, I think. I like doing these live things. I'm trying to get more of a format down, at least in my own head, of like, this is how it needs to be done, is I should do this, this, this. Wizard of Oz, that's a pretty general. I don't think I want to get into the Wizard of Oz. I don't have time to talk about everything that I feel about the Wizard of Oz. I think the Wizard of Oz is very classic, and there's a lot of elements in it that are big mainstays in popular culture and stuff. So otherwise, 40-minute live, that feels like the appropriate amount of time to be live. Hello, you're cute. Thank you. Beans or no beans in chili? I don't care either way. I like beans in chili. So if there's beans in my chili, that is fine by me. So you can't have gluten in my chili. That's the big thing. It's none of that filler gluten stuff. So if you're watching this live, it's Wednesday. Tomorrow, my article comes out. And I wish I could talk about it now, but that's just not the way it works. I gotta wait till it comes out. But I do want to talk about the article. It's a fun one for me, and that would be cool. Do you give out free money? Did you miss the part where I was saying no one even paid me for my stand-up? Like, I can't even get money for the hard work I'm doing, and you're wondering if I give out free money? I'm not looking for handouts either. Is another thing. That's I'm not saying just give me money. I need money. Give me money. I'm saying no. Look, I have a stand-up comedy video, and you can pay me money, and you can see it, and you might laugh at it. I don't know. Maybe. We'll see. Do you have a full show you would want to watch with a full set of materials? What? Oh, you'd want to watch with a full, yeah. So the stand-up comedy video I have up is a set I did. I headlined in Sacramento at Punchline. It's that video. It's 20 minutes long. So it's not my full set. My full set's like 45 minutes long. So it's kind of a half one or whatever. So yeah, if you watch that, that's what you're getting. So okay, I think I've hit the end of where I want to get. But check out the article. Tomorrow's article will be interesting. I'll probably want to go live and talk about that. Maybe I'll do that on Friday, give everyone time to read the article. But it is an interesting one. I talk about a mystery. And that's really fun for me. So maybe I'll do more mystery articles and talk about things like that. And otherwise, thank you for checking me out. Thank you for doing this. I love talking with you guys in chat. And I don't know. I never know how to end these, but I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Like, I really do. And if you didn't watch it live, I also super appreciate people who watch this after the fact. Like, I like leaving these up and making it so everyone can watch them and everything. So, and everyone in chat keeps asking me stuff, and I'm like, there are answers to these things. Like, I have a makeup tutorial video that you can get access to. I have oh my god, why are all these questions in chat when all these answers exist? Okay. I guess I need to be better about answering this. Like, you can watch my makeup tutorial video. Hit me up with that about. Okay. Anyway, thank you for checking it out. Thank you for joining. This has been All of Her Graves, and I don't know how to end my live streams ever.